you some Resident Evil Resistance gameplay. And let's just say these masterminds are no joke. These masterminds have something that you may know as the heart of the cards. So let's get into this right now. So far at least, right before I started the stream, I have been kind of messing around with a few builds, and this is what I came up with for a Nikolai build. And so far, what we have Fuse 2 and Fuse 1. This will pretty much help us keep our cameras alive longer, pretty much have them with extra durability, extra health basically. Then we also have gyroscope, which this item here, it gives us moderately decreases camera shake whenever your cameras are being attacked, and also increases damage dealt by firearms moderately. And I believe the percentage on that is 15%, if I remember right. Well, anyway, and then finally we have reinforced bearing. This is just amazing for cameras at all. Like it's just amazing. Really, what this is, it just helps you with rotation speed with your cams. That's pretty much what it is, and it's one of those equipment skills which is not bad, but it doesn't really fit in some builds. But this time I think I found something that might work, but I don't know until I actually try it. Alright, now as for the deck, we're gonna be pretty much doing gung-ho in a way. Gung-ho Nikolai, if you want to call it that. So, what we have is, we have Zombie Dog, we have Air Cannon, we have Tracker Mine, we have Efficiency Mod for firearms, which lowers the cost of our firearms by 1. We got Turret Rifle, we got Machine Gun, and we also have Immobilizing Rounds. And then for other stuff, we have Energy Booster Firearms, we have Electromagnetic Shield, and oh, why is this here? Hold on a second. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna replace this one with a creature. Actually. Yeah, let's use an infected zombie. Or actually, no, infected tough. There we go. We'll use an infected tough zombie for this one. So this is pretty much going to be our build here. Alright. So let's go right into a match. And this is hope we don't get a January that literally has a Matilda. Otherwise, it's not like we're going to be screwed early on. We're just going to be more screwed later in the game. But it just depends if they actually have EMP rounds. Because right now, EMP rounds, Matilda, January, and Jill, literally broken. Even though they did nerf the Matilda, and they did nerf EMP rounds, but in my opinion, it's just not enough. It's not enough. Wait, we're gonna go ahead, play as Nikolai, and looks like we're on research facility. We're gonna go for preset 1, and we're just gonna ready up right now, because this is pretty much what we're gonna be going for. For our skills, we have Relentless, so whenever any enemy, so pretty much any tracked enemies or defeated enemies will stack, basically, for lowering the cooldown for Nemesis. And then we have tracking rounds, which any guns that we use, any firearms that we use on any of the survivors will automatically track them. So machine gun is going to be very useful. Air cannon, pretty much any firearm, pretty much is going to be tracking enemies, pretty much. And then we finally have a mag expansion, which gives us more ammo, pretty much, for our firearms. So with air cannon, you get 2 shots instead of 1. With immobilizing rounds, you get 2 shots instead of 1. So this is going to be something different, but at the same time, something kind of amazing. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if this works.
I provide great assurances to my clients. You will fear, and you will die.
Oh, here comes somebody. Come on.
Oh, you have found my little toy. Now I kill you easily. Yet! Where did you go?
I'm just gonna pretty much try to stall them. It's gonna be a little difficult here, but it should be okay.
That was so easy. Do not be pleased with yourself. The door is locked, and the seconds of your life tick away. You found that? What amateur put it there? Run, run if you can. You cannot run away so easily.
Okay, I thought that did. Okay, I guess not.
Good. You can move to the more dangerous toys now. Making me angry will only make this harder for you. So many made it this far. It's unacceptable.
Okay. So, from what I'm feeling right now, is it's not bad.
This is fine.
The only problem is that they have literally a couple people that will counter what I have right here. That's the only problem right now that I'm having. Move Yorick.
With this strength, I will end you. Come closer. My clan wishes to learn from your suffering.
Damn, I couldn't use it. Oh, they found it.
Death does not take the oath, but the right. You can take its security card now, but this is not the end. Ah, the old-fashioned methods. They are the best. Parasite in Nemesis, virus in you, dead walking. Strange world we live in. Strange, but profitable.
Oh, I hate your immunity when you go into safe rooms like that. Okay. I hate you so much. I need a
Now I shall end this. I would like to say as a group you impress me, but my mother always told me never to lie.
Oh, this sucks. This is bad. I can't do anything here.
Get it over with. Stop resisting.
Ooh, Martin's down. Oh, that's good. Oh, but that's bad though because he's just gonna get rest. Yep, he got rest. Great. Okay, so I have less than 6 minutes. That's fine. The only thing I'm having a problem with is just the January and the Martin and the Jill, because literally these guys are using OP survivors
I still
right
have
now.
time to kill you.
Cost of that. Martin should be able to die here. Oh, he's not dead yet. I don't know why.
Get it over with. Stop
there he is.
resisting.
Oh, they're both down. Nice. Come on, turret. You got this. Turret. Come on. Nope. I don't think so.
You hear friend die. I hear only sound of money. I will still
Turret,
fight.
turret. Oh my god, turret, please. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Come on, come on, come on.
wishes you to suffer. I care not, but your success amuses me.
With me.
Oh my god, couldn't find.
It feels no better, and will end yours forever. As they say, without torture, there is no science. Time. It is passing. I did not expect you to live so long. But you're not free yet.
Yes! There we go!
This is not your lucky
And
day.
that is how you use gun Nikolai, just like that.
Bekrasnia, but you were not good enough.
Oh man, that's actually kind of fun to use right there. Whenever Nikolai's having trouble with his guns, just call up just play your fucking trap card, which is Nemesis, Destroyer of Stars. Alright, let's go to the shop real quick, because it looks like we might have enough points to open a cosmetic chest. So let's see if we can open that up. Yep, looks like we got enough for one. Ooh, LE5 Dapperwood. Let's check out what that is. Dapperwood. Let's go to Jill. LE5 and Dapperwood. Just looks like wood. Oh, okay, it's just basically wood skin. Alright. That's not bad, I guess. Alright, let's see. We're gonna customize a Nikolai build again. So, let's see. We're not going to use gyroscope. We're actually gonna be using... Let's use shock absorbers. And instead of reinforced bearing, we will be using... Let's see, hold on a second. We'll use shock absorber 2. Okay, so pretty much whenever any survivors are going to be attacking our cams, we'll be able to control them a lot easier whenever they are under attack. And then we have Fuse 2 and Fuse 1. Just, oh actually, wait, do I have enough points to, I think I do actually. Yeah, I do. Okay, we use Fuse 3 and Fuse 2. This will pretty much gives our cameras more durability. Pretty much they'll last longer whenever they're under attack. So we got that on right there. And then for our deck, I mean, I honestly cannot believe this deck actually worked in that match. I honestly thought I was gonna lose, but then I just called up Nemesis and literally saw one of them trying to res. I think it was January, and I just pulled out a rocket launcher and just killed them. It just worked like that. Alright. We're going to be using a little bit of a different build though. Instead of deck number 2 we're going to be using deck 1. But we're going to make a small change though. Let's see. In that small change we're going to be not using liquors. We're actually going to be... Actually, no. We'll use liquors. We're just not going to use Tough Zombie Infectious. We're going to be switching that out for Machine Gun. So, pretty much what we have here. For our ultimate skill, it's Nemesis. And the variant for it, we have one of two variants. We have Relentless, and then we have Stars. Relentless, pretty much whenever... Basically, what it does is whenever there are any survivors that are tracked or defeated, which whenever they're defeated, which is when they're pretty much crawling on the ground, it'll add or no, I'm sorry, it'll take less cooldown for Nemesis to be up and running, to be ready. And it stacks as well. So, the more you track, and the more that you defeat, the less cooldown Nemesis will have. So, with the tracking, it doesn't really work with how many you hit. It's more on the duration of the tracking. Not just on the one, but it's even better on all 4 survivors. So, you gotta remember that. And then for his other variant, Stars, it basically, whenever you call Nemesis, it automatically tracks all survivors when controlling Nemesis. And when that happens, you also shorten your Accelerate cooldown, which is one of Nemesis' abilities. So basically, what it means is, whenever he spawns, let's say he's next to a survivor, and if he uses his Accelerate, what he'll do is he'll do a loud screech, and whenever he does that, it pretty much does a stun effect on survivors, and he literally just bull rushes and runs, and that's where the Accelerate part comes from. And by the way, whenever any survivors are tracked, they take an extra 20% damage from all sources. From, let's say, landmines, or guns, or creatures, or even your bioweapons. Or, like, anything, really. Okay. Now, what I'm running right now is Relentless. Alright, now for his second one, his second variant, this is one of his passive skills. It's called Predator. And there's 2 different variants for it. There's Tracking Rounds, and there's Blood Trail. Blood Trail, it's actually pretty good. So basically, what it does is it automatically tracks survivors with less than 75% health. That's pretty much what it is. And this will work really well with Relentless, because the longer they're tracked, the less cooldown Nemesis will have. But at the same time, you could use Tracking Rounds. So what Tracking Rounds is whenever survivors will become trackable whenever they are hit by firearms. Any firearms, which means air cannons will work, which means immobilizing rounds will work. Any type of firearm that can either disrupt a survivor or that will actually deal damage to a survivor. So, all of that will do tracking. And for our final skill, we have Firearms Specialist. There's 2 different variants for this. The first variant is Firearm Efficiency, which basically lowers the cost of your firearm related cards by 1. So air cannon is 2 bioenergy. Literally be lowered by 1, so it'll cost only 1. Let's see. You also have your machine gun, which costs 4, so it'll be lowered by 1, which will be 3. You also have your turret rifles, your normal rifles. Here, I'll show you in a sec. So you have your rifle, which is 2, becomes 1. High caliber rifle, that becomes 3. Machine gun, it'll become 3. Immobilizing rounds, that would become 2, and so on and so forth. So we go back over here. And now for the other variant is mag expansion. With this, not only it increases your firearm ammo, but it also increases the duration of them as well. So for a normal, hold on a second. Okay, so for a normal machine gun, it holds 50 rounds normally. With this, with the mag expansion, it holds 80 rounds in the machine gun. And then for immobilizing rounds and air cannon, normally they'll only have 1 shot. This time they'll have 2. So mag expansion with Nikolai, it's definitely worth. Definitely worth to be messing around with enemies, or messing around with the survivors, I mean. Wait. And then off onto his skill cards, or his Area 2 and Area 3 cards, I mean. We have Radar Pulse, which whenever you activate this, it does a large pulse on the map, and it tracks all survivors. And then for his other variant on this, you could try to go for Turret High Caliber Rifle. This is definitely worth. This card right here is a big thing in Area 2. Like, it does massive damage. It'll automatically pretty much track on survivors. The only thing about this is that the AI on it is just a little wonky at times, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty good whenever, let's say, there's a survivor that's already down and someone's trying to go for the res on them. Play that, and you'll be doing massive damage, make them trying to get away from that down survivor, and just deal massive damage with it. And then for the Area 3 cards, we have Reinforced Leg Hold Trap, which is basically a leg hold trap, but just harder to get out of. That's basically what it is. And then the one that's more worth, in my opinion, the Turret Machine Gun. In my opinion, it's actually better than the Turret High Cal. Just because automatic fire with at least moderate damage, but you can actually make your firearms do even more damage if you, let's say, instead of Fuse 2, you can, and let's say also instead of Shock Absorbers 2, you can actually go with, let's see, if we go to camera, you can actually go with Large Caliber 3, and then go back to camera over here. Well, pretty much just go for that, or go for any large caliber barrel, pretty much, and it'll increase the damage by, let's see, I'm trying to remember. Okay, large caliber barrel 1 does increase damage by 9%. Large caliber barrel 2 does increase damage by 15%. And large caliber barrel 3 does increase damage by 21% for firearms. So let's say base damage, it'll be 320. You'll be literally hitting someone for, I think, I don't really remember the exact number, but you'll be doing a lot of damage, basically, with that. Wait, I'm gonna go ahead and switch that back to what I had earlier, which was Fuse 2 and Shock Absorber 2. Wait, we're gonna go back on using deck 1, so here we go. Oh, thank you. Wait. We're gonna go ahead and get into another match. And honestly, another thing about Nikolai is that he can actually get countered really, I don't want to say easily, but there are a few survivors that can counter him really hard. And those counters are Jill Valentine, January, Tyrone, Samuel, and sometimes Valerie, but it kind of depends. And another thing that'll also be really annoying to Nikolai is first aid sprays. Especially when you have one in your slot, in your quick hold slot, and basically you just have to hit left, right, up, down on D-pad or whatever, and then you can basically run with it as you're spraying it. So that's going to be very annoying for Nikolai players, is first aid sprays. And another thing, in my opinion so far, what I've done so far, in my opinion, Abandoned Park, Research Facility, and Downtown are the 3 maps that Nikolai is actually pretty good with. Alright, so we're gonna go to Abandoned Park. We're gonna use preset 1. And let's see, hold on a second. Let me check my deck real quick. Okay, I'm gonna switch out, actually, I'm gonna switch out Shock Absorbers 2. I'm gonna switch that out for, what was it again? Damn it. Oh, no, I can't on that. Oh, okay, you know what? Actually, no, we're gonna switch Shock Absorbers 3 for Miniature Reactor when we're using deck 1. So, Miniature Reactor, what that does is that it increases your bioenergy rate moderately. So, instead of waiting like, I think it's like maybe 8 seconds, or if you use your EIS on like 2 doors and 2 lights, you'll get a bar of bioenergy. Instead of waiting for that long, you can probably just get it from like 1 door and 2 light switches, and you'll easily get 1 bar right there. Well, anyway, for this deck though, I have a certain mod on it to where I can increase my bioenergy slightly. So, in a way, I'm actually increasing my bioenergy
Looking at you
right
all,
away
this will be
greatly.
easy money.
So I'm earning it by 21%, if I'm doing the math right. As you can see on the bottom left, I'm getting a lot of bioenergy right now. See that little arrow? That means it's giving me a lot of bioenergy right
I would
now.
not make this easy for you. Run, hide. It will do you no good now.
Ah, damn it.
The door is locked, and the seconds of your life tick away.
Come on. think so, Tyrone. I don't think so.
Get it over with! Stop resisting!
Valerie down, that's really good. I need to keep an eye on these guys over here. I'm gonna use this, and then...
You cannot run away so easily!
Use that.
You found that? What amateur put it there?
Ah, damn, I missed. Should be returning this any second. Yeah.
Get it over with! Stop resisting!
Damn, I missed.
That was too easy. Do not be pleased with yourself. I have met rocks that move faster than you.
Okay.
You found that? What amateur
really
put
good.
it there?
This is really good here. Wait, what the hell? Oh, Martin went all the way over there. Are they actually gonna get the...
I don't know why I was called if you will barely even try. You do not stand a chance.
Oh
I
my
don't-
god!
Hey,
No
kid.
way! What was that Martin thinking? What was he thinking?
Ah, good. But you were not good enough.
Wow. I cannot believe that. He literally just costed his team the game by going into a safe room and buying items and not trying to get the key all the way at the fucking door. What the fuck? I cannot believe that. And that is the fastest time I've ever had on winning a game. What was that, like 3 minutes? I think that was... Oh my goodness, wow. I cannot believe that. That Martin literally just costed them the game by not even trying to get the key all the way at the door. Wow. Okay. I've seen it all now. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and try that again. I don't know if we're gonna be using Nikolai again. It probably just depends on what map we're gonna be playing on. But with Nikolai, I do believe Abandoned Park, Research Facility, and Downtown are the 3 maps that Nikolai is actually pretty good on, by the way. Alright, let's see what... Oh, and it's Abandoned Park, okay. Thank you, Remy. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. I think this time we'll use a net Birkin. Like, Annette's actually pretty good here, too. Alright. So... Alright, Remy. Alright, see you, dude. Let's see what we're going against. We're going against a January, Jill, Samuel, and a Valerie. Alright, this is, this is gonna suck for me, because I don't think I'm gonna do much here. I mean, I could try to overwhelm him with my build. The only problem I'm gonna have is that Samuel. Because he's just gonna keep healing himself. Valerie's gonna heal everybody. January's gonna hack cams, and then Jill's just gonna get rid of cams with probably her rocket launcher, if anything. January's probably gonna buy a minigun as well. She's already... Ah, damn it. That's if she has that one ability on for her passive. I just hope her EMP
I calculate your
is
odds of
just,
survival at 32.3333%.
it's just for not moving the
Repeating,
camera,
of course.
like in any direction, pretty much, locking them in place. I hope it's that one instead of the one that skyrockets the price. Because if it's that one, I'm gonna be completely screwed.
Not lethal by itself, but it should buy me some time. I will find you.
Oh, she has the normal. She just has the instant instead of the other one. Okay. Damn, already setting Jill down.
Gonna need to break it or something.
Damn, they opened that door already. I'm trying to get enough bioenergy right now. I think Jill's afraid.
Your continued efforts only place humanity in greater danger.
Something we can't handle.
I cannot sit idly by while you attempt to use that. I need to buy some time.
Let's have a closer look.
But
Come over here.
great.
What are you waiting for?
They're getting some time on that.
Locking doors. There are more of you alive than my model projected.
Right there, I'm just trying to get enough bioenergy just so I can try to do something in Area 2. Damn, we got 6 minutes now. 6 minutes, 30 seconds, 34 seconds.
You may be slightly nearer to freedom, but I will not.
Wait, what's the
cannot
pricing? It's
let me
price
reach it.
increase. I hate that so much. Oh, no. Let me get to it.
Must fix this myself.
I need to hurry with Yorick. Otherwise, I am not going to be able to do it. I'm going to bring them all the way over here. An extra 15 seconds for some reason. Now that I'm, yeah, I can't even English, wow. Now that I'm thinking about this, I don't think Annette was the, right call here.
Taking out the
No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, thank goodness she didn't get it.
Even as you fight, your end draws closer.
Oh my god, I hate Matildas so much. Matildas need a nerf. So badly. Come on, Libby. Come on.
William, we must put an end to this terrible chapter.
Okay, that is not what I pressed.
Very well. Take its key first.
I am not even looking at it, and yet it stuns me.
There's gotta be something useful here.
I am not looking at it. What? Okay, no, that's bullshit. I can't even. Doors. I fucking hate doors so much. Okay, a net was not the right call for this one. Holy shit. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Each step they take brings you closer to death.
I can't really do anything right now. And again, Matilda's.
How do you know that this wasn't my plan from the beginning?
This is why January needs a nerf. I swear. This is the exact reason why January needs a nerf. Because I just turned that off. What do you mean?
I don't like being watched.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. Literally nothing. There's literally nothing I can do. They have shotguns, they have Matildas, they have EMP rounds. I literally can't do anything. Lightning Hawks.
The next area should see to your demise.
And again, January with her bullshit.
Even as you fight, your end draws closer. William, you can still help me.
Okay. I grabbed you! What do you mean? What is your hitbox? What do you mean? What is that hitbox? Okay, Capcom, fix your stuff, please. Capcom, fix your stuff! Okay, they need to fix that so badly. Can't use that. That there. Are they literally going the long way just to be assholes?
Of course.
Yeah, they are. I really hate January players so much because of that. I literally can't do anything right now. Come on, give me...
You may be feeling confident, but I will not stand idly by.
Hopefully
Now
I
it
can
will
do
be
something here,
easier
but
to end
I don't
this.
think I'll be able to do much though. Yeah, I know I'm gonna lose this. I know I am. January buying fucking everything in the armory basically. Flamethrowers, miniguns, grenade launchers, all that shit. And that's literally gonna fuck me over. Come on. Let's hurry up and get over here.
Precisely on schedule. William, finish this.
Oh my god, this is why I hate chill players as well. I'm not even gonna be able to catch up to them. I'm not even gonna be able to do anything. I'm not even bad, it's just these guys are just playing like assholes.
Take it.
Why are you a bitch? Holy fuck. Can I please? Yep, I lost. You know what, I'm not even, no, can't. Can you stop being a fucking bitch? Holy shit. I already know I fucking lost. Just hurry the fuck up and fucking go in there.
Impossible! 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 All is running as expected.
It was for humanity.
They hear every fearful breath you take.
It was for humanity.
All is running as expected.
Ah,
Precisely on schedule.
just fucking escape already. We already know you're playing like fucking assholes. Holy shit. Literally the sweatiest fucking team right there. Like, I'm just trying out builds that I just made, and
What
yet
are you
these
thinking?
guys are just sweating so
You will
hard.
doom humanity!
Like, I thought, okay, maybe I can do something at least, but nope, they just fucking sweated the holy fuck out of that. Like, if they're gonna sweat like that, like, Capcom, please make a ranked version of this. All right, let those guys do that. All right, I'm just kind of casually doing this. Okay, or at least I'm trying to casually do this. But seeing that's just ugly. Holy fuck. Alrighty. Excuse me. Alright, we're gonna go back real quick, do some customizing for our masterminds. I'm gonna customize a Nettle, or actually I'm gonna customize Daniel. I'm gonna switch some of his stuff a little bit. So with equipment, I'm gonna, instead of using resilient skin, I'm gonna be using razor claws. Instead of enhanced brain 2, I'm gonna use ooh, actually hold on a second. Let's go with moderately on that one. And let's see if we can get that now. Okay, yeah, we can get that now. Okay, we're gonna do razor claws 3 and 2. Fortifying virus 2, just so we take less damage when we're controlling our creatures. I'm gonna remove enhanced brain, and I'm gonna put in. Ooh, actually, let me think. Okay, yeah, I'll put razor claws 1. Okay, instead of fortifying virus, I'm actually gonna switch that out for a. For virulent claws. I'm gonna go with that. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're gonna keep brutality. Excuse me. Let's see. Instead of vampire, we'll use rend. Damn it. And then. Okay, yeah, we're fine on that. Okay, so we'll keep endurance, just become mostly knockback immune. So, what we'll be using is our deck number 1, which we have Lickers, we have Tough Zombie Infectious, we have a Jester, Air Cannon, High Explosive Landmine, Tracker Mine, Enhancer, pretty much Berserker rounds, Electromagnetic Shield for protection for our cams, Energy Booster for creatures to lower the cost of them, so it'll lower the cost by 2, so Jesters will be 2, Tough Zombie Infectious will be 3, and Lickers will be 5. And then for our mod, we only have creatures. So creatures in our hand will cost 1 less. So literally, Jester will be 1. Tough Zombie Infectious will be 2. And Liquor will be 4. Alright, so this is pretty much what we're going to be using here with Daniel. I'm going to switch my Nikolai build just a little bit. Let's see, what can I use? Trying to think on what I can use here. Okay, we're gonna use, we're definitely gonna use Lickers here. We're actually not gonna use Turret Rifle, alright? We're not gonna use Turret Rifle. Let's see, what can we use? What else? We're gonna use Zombie Dog. Actually, no, I'm switching that out actually. We're gonna be using infectious tough zombie. Alright. So we have our air cannon, our liquor, machine gun, mobilizing rounds, infectious tough zombie, tracker mine, energy booster for creatures, and energy booster for firearms, uh, electromagnetic shield, and finally the generator mod small. This will help us pretty much generate our bioenergy. Uh, so with that mixed with our miniature reactor, we'll be getting a pretty decent increase for our bioenergy recharge speed. So we're going to be using that for this. I'm going to see what we have for Spencer real quick. Let's see. Okay, we're going to keep generator. Defense system we're going to use. And then we're going to use recharge. And then as for this, we're going to use our miniature reactor. So this actually combos really well with recharge, because what recharge does, it recharges bioenergy whenever the EIS is interacting with the pretty much with like the doors, the lights, like lifts, bridges, things like that. Anything like that the EIS will interact with, it'll help us recharge our bioenergy even more, basically. And so we're gonna be using. Let's see, where is it? Do I not have it? Okay, we're gonna be using pretty much this here, but we're also gonna be using. Ooh, actually, wait. Okay, I'm gonna trade high explosives actually for. Where is it again? For firearm energy booster. And instead of using the firearm mod, we are actually going to be using generator mod small to help us more with our bioenergy recharging speed. So with energy booster firearms, it lowers firearm cost by 2. So machine gun, it's 2 bioenergy to use. So that's really good, really cheap, right there. Let's see. We have bulletproof glass 3, bulletproof glass 2, and we also have electrical cable 3. Pretty much electrical cable. It helps the speed of the EIS activation. So whenever I'm activating something, like let's say I'm going to shut and close the door, it'll be increased greatly. I think it's by 21% for 3, 15% for 2, and I think 9% for 1, if I remember right. So it's about 45% increase if you have all 3. Wait. Defense system is gonna be a really good combo with our bulletproof glass, actually, because in area 3, our biocore HP is gonna be increased, and then also our bulletproof glass is gonna be increasing the biocore's durability as well. It's gonna take a lot of rounds. It's gonna take up a lot of time, it's gonna take up a lot of ammo and everything for the survivors to try to get through all 3 biocores. Almost all their ammo, I would say. If you go 3, 2, 1 on the bulletproof glass, it's gonna take a long time. Well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start this. Honestly, it just depends on, because right now, the only maps I think that Spencer's actually really good with are downtown and research facility. The other two maps are kind of iffy. Like casino, I don't want to say he's horrible on casino. It's just when there's only doors and in the final in area 3, it's really hard for him to gather up more bioenergy unless he uses mod recycler, and you have a couple mods, but even then you'll barely have that much bioenergy to even get back from using mod recycler, because they actually nerfed it whenever whenever the Nikolai patch came out. One thing I really do wish that Capcom can do is that whenever they release their patch notes, I wish they would give us the exact number of how much damage things are doing, along with how much of a percentage each equipment or ability that's enhancing something to where it'll do more. I wish they can give us an exact number on those instead of just willy-dilly saying, "Oh, we're doing this, this, this," and then they don't even show you the actual number for it. Oh, it's abandoned park. Okay. Let me think on who. I'm gonna go Nikolai on abandoned park. Nikolai is actually pretty decent on here. All right. Let's do this. Okay, we're going against a January, a Jill, a Tyrone, and a Valerie. Great. Every character that fucking counters me pretty much. I don't know if I don't think the Tyrone's gonna be able to do much, but I don't know. I mean, he's definitely gonna use his ult to where him and everyone around him will take less damage. Ooh, the Jill just ranked up to 24. She's gonna have her rocket launcher. I already know January and Jill are gonna easily counter me right here. Easily.
I provide great assurances to my clients. You will fear, and you will die.
Come on, let me.
This device may not kill you, but you may die while searching for a way of activating it. that was too easy. Do not be pleased with yourself. Some company for you. The door is locked, and the seconds of your life tick away. Good. You can move to the more dangerous toys now.
I don't think so, John.
Ah, you have a key. I doubt you will live to use it.
They got the other one. It's fine.
My client will be happy with the fear
For
you
me,
feel.
as long as it's less than 6
Be
minutes on the
afraid,
first
young
area,
ones.
I'm happy with that. As long as it's less than 6 minutes, I'm happy with that. So they have 5 minutes and 34 seconds. I'm somewhat okay with that.
This is fine.
See, even Nikolai says it's fine.
You will not escape.
Oh, actually, hold up.
Let me slip into something more comfortable, okay?
I'm gonna wait for that to go down. Okay, good. Her ability's down. Oh wow, my liquors are doing work actually. Holy shit. Oh, one of them died. Like that.
Virus in you, dead walking, strange world we live in. Strange, but profitable. You can take its security card now, but this is not the end.
No! I wasn't able to use it because of that bullshit.
Do not try my patience.
Oh, I hate Jills with Matildas. That needs a nerf badly. Holy shit. Chance, shut. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate Matildas, dude. They need a nerf. They legitimately need a nerf. All Matildas need a nerf.
My client says there are too many of you in number. Don't worry, I will change that. You do not stand a chance!
Oh my god, can y'all stop fucking doing that with your fucking gay Matildas? I swear to god, Matildas need a nerf. With EMP rounds, y'all are fucking gay for that. This is why I keep saying to everyone, January and Jill, Matilda, and EMP rounds need a nerf. You can't do anything. You literally cannot do anything.
I still have time to kill you.
Okay. Hopefully here I can do something.
Track you down. There will be no escape. Just die.
I hate that. What? Oh, I hate you so much. Fuck you, Jill. Oh my god, let me fucking kill somebody. This is why January needs a nerf. Biocore. Oh, it's okay, it's still safe. Alright, we're okay, we're okay. Can you fucking stop, January? Fuck, I hate them for that.
Come out and play.
Oh my god, you fucking...
It's alright.
No. Oh my god, you guys play like fucking cunts. I literally cannot do anything.
This is mine. Small progress. Keep trying, but I stop you soon, eh? First I take your sight, then I take your life. Time. It is passing. Pirates in Rome, dead walking, strange world we live. Strange, but true.
Oh, hell no. No, you're not.
This is not your lucky day.
That's what you fucking get, Jan. That is exactly what you fucking get for being stupid.
No kill bonus. But a win is a win.
Holy fuck. January and Jill with Matildas, that's so overpowered, dude. Like, literally, Area 1 and 2, you can't do shit with that when they have that. And then having January to buy special weapons in the fucking whatchamacallit? Like, no, that should not be allowed. Capcom, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, I don't understand your thought process on allowing a character to buy special weapons in the armory when you can't fucking do that at all. You have to get them from the supply zombie that's carrying the damn backpack that has maybe 2 weapons that are special weapons, like a minigun or maybe fuck, I'm trying to think. Or a spark shot, or maybe even a flamethrower, or the oh my god, I'm already forgetting the other one. Or that or the grenade launcher that has acid rounds in it. Like, come on, Capcom. What is your thought process? And then you release some patch notes that don't even have any numbers on them. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I want to learn the numbers on this, and yet I don't see them. That doesn't make sense to me. I just don't understand Capcom's thought process on making characters so overpowered to where they literally get like maybe a 5% nerf, and yet that's not even good enough. Literally, they nerfed the Matilda. It did 10% extra damage whenever you have your reticle fully tight. Now it does 8%. That's not good enough. That needs to be dropped down to 5%. The reason why is because if you have a January and a Jill with EMP rounds on a Matilda, they literally just one burst from both of them. One burst can easily take out a default cam. No, why don't you just put Fuse 3, 2, and 1? That would increase the durability, I'll give you that. But there's just other things that you might want to use instead of 3, 2, 1 on Fuse. Like, I can understand Fuse 3, okay? I can understand Fuse 3. I can understand Fuse 2, possibly. But 3, 2, and 1, along with one little thing for your cameras, that's just not right. Like, if you have 3, 2, and 1, it'll take... I think it's like a full mag of Matilda if you hit every single shot with EMP rounds. And if you're a Jill or January, it'll knock that one cam out. If you use if you use that whole magazine. I think January should not be able to buy any special weapons through the armory. Alright? I think the only time she can I feel like this, okay? This is how I feel. There can only be one special weapon in there. Only. Okay? Only for January to pick up. She cannot drop it for anyone. Okay? I feel like January should be the only one to buy one special weapon, and that one only. But she has to pick through any of those 4. Nothing else. Like, I don't mind her making ammo cheaper. I don't mind her making grenades cheaper. I don't mind her making guns cheaper. I don't mind her making herbs cheaper. Just, I don't agree with special weapons being in there. I do not agree with that at all. And especially on Casino, okay? Casino, you're pretty much everyone is able to grab one in the slot machine in the center of the room on area 3. That's really bullshit. I feel like you should only use that once only, and only one person should use it. Okay? Or either that happens, or you can just spin it for fun and just get either ammo, herbs, or first aid spray. That's all. That is all I'm saying for that. Alright. Herbs and first aid sprays, those are fine. I have no problems with that really. Jill? You need a nerf. I can understand fixing your dodging mechanic, okay? You needed that. That's fine. But when you have your Stars Armory fully up, and you're gonna use your... what is it called again? Hold on. Let me look at it real quick. And if you're gonna use your B&E Specialist, your counter surveillance, when your Stars Armory is fully charged, and you're doing extra damage against okay, I can understand extra damage against traps, but cameras? Like, you're basically tying January with that. I think January does, 15% or 10% extra damage. That needs to be lowered even more. Okay? And if Jill is supposed to have something that kind of rivals January, make Jill's less than January at least. January, I say keep her at 10%. Jill, make her camera damage 5%. Traps, keep that to 10% still. Okay? That's just ridiculous. You should not be able to have basically 2 Januaries like that. And in January, with the Matilda, with EMP rounds. Let's see, what does EMP rounds do again? I think it does 10 on 2. And 5 on 1, I think. If I'm remembering right. Right now, at least. Because before Nikolai came out with the new patch, EMP rounds 1 was doing 9, and EMP rounds 2 was doing, I think, what was it? I'd like to say it was, oh no, what was it? Hold on, 10, 15. I'm trying to think on what it was doing. 9. I think it was 21, if I'm remembering right. So EMP rounds 2 was doing 21%, and EMP rounds was doing... Oh no, not 21%. I think it was like... I don't remember now. Well, basically now, I think it does like either 10 and 5 or 15 and something. I don't remember now on what it does. But if you're gonna use that and combo it with uh, Jan's disruptor rounds, which does for her or for high caliber, I mean, that's too much damage right there. Okay, because you're literally doing. I think both of these together is like 15 or 20 right now. Because I think it was at. I think it was either 25 or 30% before. But now it's like either 20 or 15. And I don't think that's good enough. Okay? That's not good enough. Because Jan can already do, I think, 20 something percent already with her high caliber variant. So it would be 21 or maybe 20%. I don't really remember. I'm pretty sure it's 20%. 20 plus an extra, I think it used to have been 20. So I think it was like 15.5 or something like that. Now it's like I think it's like 11. What was it now? 11 and 4, I think, right now. So I think these two right here are 15%. So that 15% plus an extra, I think 20% or so. That's 35% extra damage. That's... No, I don't think that should be right. Okay? I would say nerf high caliber to where it'll do... The most I would say is 20. Okay? I think this... For some reason, I don't know why, but I believe this does like... Oh, no, no. Does it do 20 or does it do more? I don't even know, honestly, because I don't, like I said, I need the numbers, but yet I can't find them. I can't find the numbers unless I go into practice, but I don't really feel like doing the math for that. So EMP rounds here are, I think it's 10 and 5 right now. Plus an extra 20, I think, for January. I don't really know the numbers, but that's what I'm kind of guessing, but I really don't know. Well, anyway. And the Matilda. That needs a nerf still. Okay? That really needs a nerf. Matilda, EMP rounds. Oh, excuse me. Jill in January. They need a nerf. Because otherwise, Masterminds can't do anything. They literally can't if everyone has all that together. If everyone has EMP rounds with the Matilda, they're literally gonna go right through everything. And not even worry about anything at all. Oh, look at that, the Mastermind. Oh, whatever. Shoot. Shoot. Camera down. Camera down. Literally, the Mastermind can't do shit after all that. This is why we need the buff. We need a buff. I'm trying to think on who we should buff. We need to buff Alex. I feel like her Yata Veil is still bugged somewhat. I feel like it still bugs whenever you throw a grenade directly under it. Even though it's not supposed to be stunned by grenades, it's supposed to be stunned by torches. I'm trying to think. Molotovs and flamethrowers. Those are the three things that it's supposed to be stunned by, but yet they fixed a lot of it because it used to be stunned by almost everything. Even for some reason there was a bug to where he would literally, to where the Yataveo would literally either stun itself or kill itself. And they actually fixed that. Thank God they actually fixed that. But the Yataveo is still weak, in my opinion. They need to make it to where, I would say, make the duration of the Yataveo. Yo. Okay, no, even better. This is what I think for the Yataveo. If the Yataveo consumes a survivor, the Yataveo should have an extra 10 seconds on its duration. That is how I feel. Okay, it's not that much if you think about it, but it'll at least make Alex's ult feel better, somewhat. Another thing, I feel like with some of the bioweapons, like let's say the Tyrant, or like, you know, Mr. X, of course, Nemesis, or wow, I can't even think. Damn it, yawn. Sorry. Or William Birkin. Okay, I feel like those three, whenever they get hit by a stun grenade, I feel like the flash should I feel like it should only work if it's directly in front of their face, and not whenever they have their back turned. Okay, because that shouldn't work that way. All right. Unless if it's directly under them, then that's a different story. Okay? But if it's like I would say about maybe 3 or 5 feet away, it should not be that effective. Unless it's in front of him, but not behind him. Behind him, that should not even work. Okay? But yet it does for some reason. I don't know why. That is, Capcom, please fix your stun grenades. That is just too much utility, in my opinion. Like stun grenades, Molotovs, frag grenades, like all that. That's too much. Okay, this is what I think. All right, I would say get rid of the torch. All right, completely. We don't really need the torch. Nerf the Matilda. Nerf the Matilda to where it only does 5% damage whenever the reticle is fully tight. The W870 shotgun, I would say make it use more ammo. I think it uses like, what was it again? I like to say it uses 5 bullets. I don't really remember. I say make it use 10. Okay? Make it use 10 for each shot. Actually, no. Make it use 15, actually. Make it use 15 bullets each shot. Alright? The Lightning Hawk, make it use 10. Because right now it uses 7, I think. Or 6. Something like that. Make it use 10. The Lightning Hawk's basically what? Like a, I think it's a 50 cal, if I remember right. I think it's a 50, or yeah, 50 AE. I think it is. Yeah, make it use 10 ammo each shot. Alright. EMP rounds need a nerf again. Alright. This is how I feel about it. Make EMP rounds 1 into 3% damage dealt to cameras. And make EMP rounds 2 7% extra damage to cameras. Alright. So that's 10% right there, okay? Now imagine that 10% going to January with her high caliber passive skill, okay? With her high caliber skill, I believe she's doing 15% or 20% extra damage to cams. Yeah, guess what? EMP rounds 2, I believe that does like 10% now. EMP round 1 does 5, I think. Or maybe it's like 4 and 11, something like that right now. No, that's not good enough in my opinion, okay? That's not good enough. I think it's 11 and 4 right now of what it's doing. So it's basically 15%. And then high caliber on disruptor rounds is doing, I think, 15 or 20. So literally you're doing somewhere between 30 and 35% extra damage to cameras. Now, apparently Capcom wants to have an extra January, if you will, with Jill Valentine. Okay? If you use counter surveillance on Jill Valentine whenever her ultimate skill is fully charged, which is Star's Armory, she basically does the same amount of damage as January against cameras and traps. Okay? That's not good. In my opinion, that's horrible. And she should not be able to do that. Okay? Okay, traps, I can understand that. But cameras, you should not have the same number as someone that's already doing a lot of damage against cameras already. You should not be doing that. I would say this. Change it to where it greatly increases damage to traps, but slightly to cameras. Okay, make it like 5% to cameras. Alright. Traps, I would say 15%. Or maybe 20%. I don't know how much greatly would be, because they never give us a number anyway. And every time I look at the website, there's no numbers for it. There's literally nothing. Unless you go into training and try to figure out the number yourself, but it's really weird to try to use it that way. Because I don't know. Well, anyway, in my opinion, Jill should not be able to be a secondary January. Okay? This is why Jill needs a nerf, and this is why January needs a nerf as well. EMP rounds need a nerf, and Matilda needs a nerf. EMP rounds, I feel like the most you should do is 10%. Okay? 11 for 2, and 9% for 1. Oh, wait. Wait, why did I say 9? Wait. No, yeah. I meant Wow, why did I say it like that? I meant, okay, 10% for both 2 and 1. So, 7% for EMP rounds 2. I don't know why I said that earlier. Dismiss that. Wait. And 3% for 1 on EMP rounds. Okay, that would be 10%. I will be okay with that. Alright. January, though, if she has that, along with a Matilda, and if she's using her high caliber skill again, I think her high caliber skill does 20%? I feel like that should be knocked down to 15%. Alright? So, she'll be doing 25% extra damage to cams. I would be okay with that. 25% to cams, that's no problem for me. Matilda, it used to do 10% 10% extra damage whenever you have your reticle fully tight, each bullet. But now it does 8%. No, you need to do 5%. 5% will be just fine. Alright? And then with Jill, I feel like her camera damage should not be the same. Excuse me. It should not be the same as January's, which I think it's like 15 or 20%. Okay? It should not be that. It should be... So if we said that January should be 15% and then EMP rounds is 10%, that'll mean January will be 25%. Okay? Now, since we said 10% for EMP rounds, let's make Jill's counter surveillance skill do 5% damage to cameras. Okay? So literally you're only getting 15% out of Jill. I would be okay with that. Alright? 15% with that for Jill. And then 25% for January. Just to make people understand that January, her job is to destroy cameras, okay, or to bring them down, you know. That's her job, not really Jill's. That's just my opinion. So basically put together, you got 25% plus 15%, so you got 40% right there. Okay, you got 40% for both of them. See, that's what you would be doing with comboing both of them. But now it's not like that. It's not like that at all. They're literally doing, I think, 15, 30. I like to say they're greatly is like 20%, I think. Or maybe 15%. I don't really know the number. Like I said. And if it's that much, and you're adding EMP rounds, which right now I think does 15% already for both. 3 and 2? Or 2 and 1, I mean? That's too much equipment damage right there. You're literally doing like 50 something, 55% or 45, yeah, about 55% to let's see, hold on. 20, 40, 55. Hold on, wait. What does it do again? I'd like to say it does 15%. Hold on, 15. Okay, so basically that two different guns, 30. Uh, 40. That you're so basically with Jill and Jan, with the MP rounds on Matildas, with their greatly damage increase to cameras, would be doing. Let's see, six. Oh wait, no, wait, 3. I think it's 60%. See, that's too much still. I would say make EMP rounds 10% on both of. So basically, EMP rounds 2 and 1. 2 should be 9. Or no, not 9. 2 should be 7. EMP rounds 1 should be 3. So both of these together, I would say 10%. Okay? But instead of doing that, this is literally 10. Oh no, whoops. EMP rounds 2 is literally 10, and EMP rounds 1 is 5, I think. Because it used to been EMP rounds 1 used to been 9, and EMP rounds 2 used to been 21. Alright? That's how much they used to be. So literally these two were doing 30% extra damage to cams. Now that 30 plus another, I think 15 or 20%, you're doing 50% extra damage to cams. So literally, all you need is like 4 or 5 bullets from a Matilda to destroy one cam before Nikolai came out. Alright, and that's with Jan or Jill. It doesn't matter on that. But now, they nerfed EMP rounds to where it does... what does it do now? I think it does 15 on 2 and 5 on 1. Or wait, or no, or did I say that already? No, I said 21 and 9. That's right. So it does 15 and 5. In my opinion, it should be 7 for EMP rounds 2. And EMP rounds 1 should be 3. So that's 10% for both of them, okay? So I say slightly, moderately, instead of greatly, okay? Now, if I really wish this would happen, 7% damage to cameras for EMP rounds 2, 3% for EMP rounds 1. That's 10% right there. It's extra damage to cams, okay? Now, if you have Jill, which I think does like 20% right now extra damage to cams, that's 30% right there. And then if you add a January to the mix, that's another 30. That's 60% extra damage to cameras, basically. And if you add somebody else, so basically, let's say 60% already for Jan and Jill. Now, if you add another gun with EMP rounds for 2 more people, you're literally doing 80% damage, increased damage to cameras. 80%. That's not good. Or no, well, that's good for the survivors, but that's not good for the mastermind. You're literally crippling the mastermind for doing that. So this is why I keep saying, this is why I'm saying Jill's counter surveillance skill should only be greatly increased damage dealt to traps and slightly increased damage dealt to cameras when Star's armory is fully charged. I believe that should happen. Okay? I do not like how Jill is basically another January. I believe Jill should only be doing maybe somewhere between 5 and 10% less than January, okay? Because January's job is to basically get rid of, is to disrupt cameras, okay? I understand that. Now for her having 20%, I say make her have 15% on the high caliber, okay? That would be an okay nerf for me, okay? 15% for that. And then she has EMP rounds on whatever guns she has. So that's 25% extra damage to cams. Okay. Now if you go to Jill, like I said, if it's 15, I say make Jill do I say make her ability do 5% extra damage to cams. Okay? Since I said slightly earlier. I say make it do 5%. I just so we can have EMP rounds on Jill, and if counter surveillance does 5% and EMP rounds does 10, that's 15% right there. Plus January's 25%, that's 40%. Alright? Plus 10% more if there's other survivors using EMP rounds. Alright? So literally the max should be 60. I would be okay with that. Alright? I would be perfectly fine with that. Because the more you work together in this game, the better. Or not the better. How am I trying to say this? The more beneficial uh those skills, those equipment should be doing, okay? So this is why I always say the Matilda needs a nerf, EMP rounds need a nerf, again by the way. Jill needs a nerf, and January needs a nerf. Alright? Though if those four things get nerfed, I will be very happy. Alright? Because right now, I'm just not having fun going against a Jill and a January at the same time. Oh, another thing, by the way, about January, I almost forgot. If you go to Bargain Bin, or not Bargain Bin, if you go for her Cyber Monday ability, one of her passive skills, if you go to Arsenal, literally, you can buy special weapons to Jan. I don't like that one bit at all. Because literally, she can buy a minigun, a flamethrower, a grenade launcher, and the spark shot. Okay? And literally drop 3 of them so she can keep one. and the 3 that will go for her teammates. If that happens, then Masterminds are not even going to win that game at all. Alright? They are not going to win at all. Creatures aren't going to do anything. Traps aren't going to do anything. Most of the Masterminds utilities not going to be able to do much. I mean, hell, even their ultimates aren't going to do much either. Except for maybe Spencer's ult. But that's something different, though. Oh, and a rocket launcher. I almost forgot. She can also buy a rocket launcher. Almost forgot about that. I don't like that one bit at all. This is what I think, though. Okay? Since Bargain Bin lowers the prices of herbs, grenades, ammos, melee weapons, and repair kits, I'm okay with that, okay? I am perfectly fine with that. Arsenal should only be for normal firearms, in my opinion. Alright? This should only be for normal firearms, like shotguns, machine guns, submachine guns, handguns, all of that stuff. It should only be normal firearms. It should never be special weapons, in my opinion. Let me think. Let me think on what else needs a nerf or a buff or what. I think that's pretty much about it. Oh, actually, let me go to maps, actually. Alright. I almost forgot about maps. Alright. For downtown? Like, oh, wait. No, I'm sorry, not downtown. I'm trying to think on which one was it? That was, no, it wasn't downtown. I think it was research. Okay, yeah. Research facility, okay? Why is that only 10 points? Why is that only 10 points on both Area 1 and 2? And why is Area 3 only 15? This doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, this really doesn't make sense to me. I feel like, in my opinion, Area 1 should be 15 points. Area 2 should also be 15 points. And Area 3 should be 20 points. Okay? Because there are other maps that have that same type of point features. Alright? I mean, look at downtown. That has 15 points in Area 1. That has 15 points in Area 2. And has 20 points in Area 3. And yet you don't want to do that for other maps? What else is there? I think Casino's 10. Yeah, Casino's 10 points, alright? Area 2 is 15, and Area 3 is also 15. I can understand Area 2 being 15. Okay? I'm okay with that. Area 1, that needs to be 15%. Or, wow, why did I say percent? 15 points to use. And Area 3, that should be increased to 20, in my opinion. Because you don't even have much for a setup on this. And even so, you should at least have some light fixtures in the rooms, but yet you don't. That doesn't make sense to me at all. Because how else are you supposed to get your bioenergy if you're using, let's say, fuck, I'm trying to think. Like, let's say if you're using Alex or Annette or Daniel or I'm trying to think of or Daniel even. You really can't, because otherwise you would have to use what is that one equipment called? I think it basically lowers the cooldown on your EIS system, excuse me, by the way. And let's go to Abandoned Park. I think this one's fine. Wow, even Area 2 is at 20 points. What the hell? So Abandoned Park is actually the better one of everything, pretty much. Abandoned Park and Downtown are the main two that are actually, in my opinion, balanced. Okay? I would say buff Casino and buff Research Facility. Because Research Facility is not even that good right now. Like, you barely have anything to set up in Research Facility. Like, sure, you have a few traps, but that's about it. You can't really, you can only have like one liquor and three tracker mines. Like, that's not enough, you know? Like, I would say you should be able to have at least 3 creatures and then whatever mines there. Yeah, like maybe 2 mines and 3 creatures, or 2 creatures and, you know, something like that. But the way that they did this is just not right at all. Area 1 should be 15 points, Area 2 should be 15 points, and Area 3 should be 20. Because Area 3 is the main area where you need to try, where this is the last push for the survivors to actually try to escape. But yet the Mastermind is trying so hard to prevent them that the Mastermind can't even set up correctly for Area 3 on this one. Like, sure, you can use the lift now and again, but you would have to watch for the cooldown on the lift. And what if you don't have, you know, the equipment for cooldown? Then you're gonna be screwed. This is why I think creatures and traps should be 20 points in Area 3. Alright, no matter what, no matter what map, 20 points Area 3, 15 points for Area 2, all maps. Area 1, 15 points, no matter what, all maps. Okay? That's my opinion. And another thing, doors. Okay? There's only one door in Area 3 for Research Facility. Just put that all the way at max already. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. That really doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. On how it's only 2 points? It should be 4. Right off the bat, there's only 1 door in this. Capcom, if you can just help me out with balancing some things more, I would be very happy, okay? And I would actually keep playing this even more. But the way that this game is right now, I'm actually thinking about pretty much quitting it. And yet, I actually enjoy this game. It's just, if you go against a January, a Jill, and 2 other people that are using Matildas with EMP rounds, and they look at the first cam that they see and they're like, we gotta take it out. And they literally take it out within 1 second? That's complete bullshit. Alright? Now, I'm not saying that I'm not getting off the cam in time or anything, because I get off of it pretty easily. The only problem is just them taking it out so easily. And this is why I keep saying that EMP rounds, Jill, January, and the Matilda need another nerf. Well, by another nerf, I mean EMP rounds and the Matilda. Those need another nerf. Jill needs a nerf to where she's not basically an extra January. Alright? January's main skill that makes her do extra damage to cameras, that should be 15% extra damage, okay? And then if that's going to be 15%, then make Jill do 5% extra damage, okay? I would be fine with that, because then if you have both of them together, then you can at least have, you know, more people working together in combos, you know? That would be better than just having basically 2 Januaries with EMP rounds on Matildas, which I believe is doing 20 plus 15? So 40% plus 30%, that's 70% right there, I think. At least I think it's 40, or not 40, wow. At least that's what I think it is. So basically 15% for EMP rounds. Wow, I'm starting. Okay. 15% for EMP rounds, okay? That's what it is right now. For both 2 and 1. And I think January does 20% extra damage. And I think Jill does 20% extra damage to cameras. Jill should not be an extra January at all. Jill, I believe Jill should combo with January. Okay, that's fine. But I don't think Jill should be an extra one, in my opinion. Jill should only be doing 5% extra damage on her ability that she has if Star's Armory is fully up and ready to go. Anyway. I'm gonna stop ranting right there for now because Capcom, I'm gonna put something on the message board, and I really hope that you could pay attention to it, just to see the frustration of how I feel on, because whenever I'm using a certain mastermind that's more cam oriented, that I really cannot do anything, especially in casino. Alright. But other than that, I'm pretty much okay with it. Okay. Okay. Enough ranting for that. Wait a minute. Well, I'm trying to look at something real quick. Okay, I know I've been doing a little too much ranting on that, but I still believe that Jill, January, Matilda, and EMP rounds need another nerf. Alright, that's my opinion right there, is that they need a nerf. Hold on a second.